Hi, this is Pam Scott. We're here at Top Golf with Piedmont Toastmasters. And tonight we're going to introduce you to our group, some of our friends, and ask you, answer some of the questions you probably have about speaking in public, like not saying like I just did. So I'm going to turn it over now to Daniel. And Daniel, your question is, what's the number one tip you would give people who want to improve their speaking abilities, besides coming to Toastmasters?
All right, hi, I'm Daniel. My number one tip would definitely be to be yourself. Don't worry about getting up there and impressing people. Don't worry about how you're going to be seen or viewed. Just get up in front of people, be you, be comfortable. If you're comfortable, the audience is going to feel comfortable too, and that's going to help you out a lot. It's going to make your speech great. If you're all up there and all nervous, you're worried about everything, things you can't control, you've got the jitters, it's all natural. Just get in front of people, be you, don't worry about the rest, and everything will be fine. So I'm going to hand it back to Pam.
Thanks. Thanks, Daniel. Obviously, we have no real fancy equipment here. We're playing with this. This is a first for all of us. So I'm going to hand it to Brianna, and she's going to answer the question, why are you exploring Toastmasters?
I am exploring Toastmasters because it helps me with my public speaking skills. When I'm out at networking events, it helps me speak with a more precise diction, and I'm not afraid anymore. I love Toastmasters. I love the group that I am in. The members, they're all fun, and they have great energy levels, and I just really enjoy it.
Thanks so much. We have such a good group. Now I'm going to pass you to Jonathan Abeth. Jonathan has been an officer. He's been around for a while. And Jonathan, your question is, what's the best speech prep tips that you can give for people who have to do a presentation?
Hi, Jonathan Abeth here. I'm the VP of Education for Piedmont Toastmasters. My best speech tips would be, first of all, don't think too hard. Be relaxed. Don't have to rush through anything. You don't have to make any major decisions. Just be relaxed. I like to think about what I want to talk about, go through the whole process, write down an outline, and then tear it up, write down a new outline. Because whatever you're going to do the second time is going to be much more organized, much more credible, much more smooth than it was the first time around. Write an outline out, scrap it up, write it again, and build your speech from that. You want to have a great opening, great conclusion. That's really, really important. And then fill in the gaps from there. The middle part no one even listens to. Just go right through opening, closing, middle part is just filling. I'm going to pass it back to Pam.
Thanks, Jonathan. Hey, Teresa, we saw that you liked us on Facebook. Thanks so much. Teresa's our president, but she's not here tonight because she's got this little person she takes care of. So now I'm going to pass it to Anton. And Anton, what is the best thing you've gained by being in Toastmasters? And then if you have a little short story, tell one, because he's very funny. And now you have to tell something.
All right, the biggest thing that I've probably learned at Toastmasters is to eliminate as much as you can out of your speeches or whenever you talk. I even have it still on the phone every now and then when I talk to somebody and I say but I pay attention to it and I realize it. And anytime I hear somebody speak, if it's Obama or anyone on TV, you realize like how many times people actually say When I did my first speech, I must have said at least 25 times. And I still see it with a lot of people that come and do their first speech and they're like, I just say the whole time and can never get rid of this. But I gotta say though, after doing several speeches, I've eliminated it as much as I can, and usually my count is down to almost nothing, which is great. So that was for me a big thing. Another part is what you do with your hands, and that is still a struggle for a lot of people. Now, right now you actually only see my face, I think, but my hands are obviously holding the camera. So you don't really know what I'm doing with it, but that's the hard part, and it's usually an uncomfortable situation. So by being out there and speaking, you figure out what's in your hands and what's comfortable. You're watching others, see what they do, and you're trying to like mimic that and take it from there. So I learned those two things, I guess, like the small things that were important for me, apart from obviously being very comfortable at this moment to speak in front of a group way more than I was when I first started. So with that, I am going to give it back to Pam. Pam?
Hi,
There
Anton.
she
Thanks. And then, yeah, we are here at Top Golf in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Pam Scott with Piedmont Toastmasters. It is, guess what? Raining, of course. So now I'm going to introduce you to Brianna, and she's going to tell you why she's even considering Toastmasters. Here you go, Brianna.
Woo. Hey, my name is Brianne. I'm considering Toastmasters because it helps my public speaking, and you know, it helps me get over my nerves. Like when I speak in front of or stand in front of a crowd, I stutter, I forget what I'm going to say, and then I mostly have to read off the paper, which I don't want to do. So that will really help me with, you know, having more confidence with speaking in front of a huge crowd. I'm normally speak in front of like a small crowd, but I'm still nervous. So this Toastmasters will really help me and really make me feel confident and just wipe those nerves away and just be very professional. And here she go again, and that's why.
Thank you, Brianna. Hi, Pam Scott here again with Piedmont Toastmasters at Top Golf in Atlanta. Now I'm going to introduce you to our Candida, who's our next member who's going to speak. And Candida, you've been a member for how long?
About a year and a half.
About a year and a half. So she's going to give you her perspective on what she's gotten out of Piedmont Toastmasters. Here you go.
Hello everyone, I'm Candida, and I've gotten like so much confidence from this. I used to be so shy. Like in high school, I was either considered like a mute or I was stuck up. So like Piedmont Toastmasters has helped me like come out of my shell and get better at public speaking and just put myself out there.
Thanks, Candida. And again, I just want to really thank the folks and the friends who are commenting on the Facebook page. Jay, you get extra credit. That's my husband. He's in the airport in Washington. Now I'm going to introduce you to Beth Barrett. So Beth, what should be the question I ask you? Beth is our Sergeant of Arms. She's been with us for how long now? A little over a year. And you are almost through the first communications manual. So she will be getting her communications award. That's 10 speeches. So I'm going to turn this over to you, Beth. Introduce yourself while I come up with a question out of thin air.
Okay. Hello, my name is Beth Barrett, and I joined Piedmont Toastmasters a little over a year ago because I wanted to gain some confidence in myself for speaking in front of people, to clients in the business world, but also socially. And the reason I like Toastmasters so much, I have to keep talking. The reason I like Toastmasters so much is not just because of getting over your fear of public speaking, but it's also about meeting new people, meeting friends, and listening to the speeches that people tell you, because you learn a lot about their lives, you learn about their industry, you learn about their experiences, and it's really a growing experience for everybody. So it's not just about coming out of your shell, it's about learning and getting to know people and networking, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to turn it back to Pam now, and thanks.
Thanks, Beth. So again, Piedmont Toastmasters here at Top Golf in Atlanta. We are the best Toastmasters club in Atlanta. Who else meets at Top Golf to drink beer and wine on a rainy night? So I'm going to pass it back to Jonathan, and he's going to tell you a little bit about the leadership component of Toastmasters, which is something you probably don't even know about. But it is a great way, particularly for young people, to build their leadership skills in a safe, secure environment. Here's Jonathan.
Hi, I'm here to tell you about the leadership advantages of Toastmasters. Learning how to speak in public is really only half the battle of what we accomplish at Toastmasters. I've been an officer now 3 years in a row. I was Sergeant at Arms, I was President, now I'm Vice President of Education. And I've learned so much about being a leader, being able to run a meeting, being able to delegate, being able to take control of any situation by being in Toastmasters. I've learned to be a great speaker in public, which has been wonderful, but for life, much more importantly, it has been fantastic to get the leadership skills that I've learned in Toastmasters by serving as an officer. It has been invaluable in my career. It has helped me out amazingly, help mentor people that I work with, help mentor people in Toastmasters. It has been such a worthwhile venture. I really, really, really would recommend not only joining Toastmasters to learn how to speak, but to learn how to better your leadership skills. It is such a crucial element in what we do. I'm getting the flag from Pam that it's time to head out, but thank you for joining us today. I did.
Great job. Thanks, Jonathan. So with this, we've had friends online. Thanks so much for checking in. And come join us with Piedmont Toastmasters. You go to Toastmasters.org and do a search for Piedmont Toastmasters. We meet every other Wednesday at 12:15. We're done in an hour, so you can go back to work. Take care. Bye-bye. See you at Piedmont Toastmasters.